Hey guys, welcome back to Fan Talk. We just got back from Jay and Silent Bob Reboot.
Reboot.
Actually, it's a double feature. The Thursday night starts with Strikes Back, and then I think it's about 15-minute intermission.
It was about 5 minutes of just like going through the credits, and then there was a 6 minute intermission where you had Jason Mewes and Kevin Smith talking about thanking all the people who helped get this movie made, and just talking a little bit about it and about what was going to be at the end of the film. Lots of extra features, guys. Lots of cool stuff. If you have the opportunity to get out and see the road show and see this before it's like main release, I recommend it highly.
Yeah, they're going around the country, and they said they'll be releasing it in each area of the country. This reminds me of an old school exhibition style rollout as opposed to the day and date that you now commonly see.
Yeah.
And I think it's a way of drumming up some interest in the movie. I think it's a great idea. As far as the movie itself, I'm going to throw out spoilers just in case.
Spoilers. But
it was a lot of fun. It was just a Jay and Silent Bob. Is what you expect.
It was a reboot. It was fantastic. It was really nice seeing the double feature. It wasn't too terribly long seeing it like that.
No.
I thought it might be uncomfortably long, but it was not. Especially for me, it'd been a while since I've seen original Jay and Silent Bob.
Strikes Back, yeah.
And it was a good deal. The reboot was fantastic, and it had a lot more to it than anything I've seen since Chasing Amy.
Yeah, it actually had some emotional moments to it, which is very nice. One thing I want to go in for a second because here, just like I guess more of a critical style review. This movie, I think, can draw a lot of parallels, and I'm going to spell them out here in a second, to Dumb and Dumber 2. The second one with Jeff Daniels and Jim Carrey, where both the Dumb and Dumbers were road trip movies. With the first one was like 20-something-year-old idiots like going on a road trip, cross country, obviously. And the second movie was another road trip movie, but them like in their late 40s, and one of them has a daughter.
Yeah.
The Dumb and Dumber 2 missed the mark.
Yeah.
It was basically like, who wants to see a couple of idiots doing exactly the same thing they did in their 20s and acting all weird about it?
Yeah.
It was like they didn't get the magic back out of that, and it completely missed everything they're shooting for. Individual scenes are funny, but the movie was a complete misfire.
Yeah.
This is the opposite of that, I thought.
Yeah, it was you never felt awkward or weird.
The difference, I think,
very comfortable.
Because, they're very comfortable with themselves, and it's a very self-aware movie.
Yeah.
And that way, it can take itself out of that, like, this doesn't even jive anymore for these older guys to be acting like the way that they did. It handles itself well.
It handled itself very well. It was very comfortable to watch, and it was really a lot of fun because it had a lot of that same humor, not taking itself too seriously. A lot of that, like, looking at the crowd, who would pay to see this movie?
Yeah, breaking the fourth wall.
Breaking the fourth wall.
Bringing Kevin Smith as himself into it as well.
And making fun of themselves about, like, this guy looks just like the director, know? And it's like, it was really, they were able to make fun of themselves. Lots of great comedy that came from that, of course.
Very meta. Cameos are very, very meta and on the nose, especially with Affleck.
Yes, and it was also nice because I felt like a lot of the characters, like for instance, and Ben, this is nothing against you. You looked fantastic in this movie, but you looked older. He looked like his age. Like a lot of these movies, they kind of age actors down, and they all looked. You can see that they've all gotten older, and you can see that.
And that's what they had working against them, especially as the two title characters, like acting like they haven't gone through life and matured.
Yeah,
but they did it in a very well way for this universe.
Yeah, and it was nice to see all those characters, and they were aged well and properly, and it was just a lot of fun comedy. I liked a lot of the comedy with them knocking on the fact that Kevin Smith was in the movie, and it's like all the little jokes, like, I hate Kevin Smith, he puts his daughter in everything, and like there's a lot of fun little jokes that just got you chuckling.
The humor is good. I mean, now, as an actual movie, like all the other ones, I mean, there's definitely some silliness and camp, some off the wall stuff that not everything works, but on the whole, it's fun. It's good nostalgia, good trip back memory lane, and it's a nice another entry in the series.
Yeah, and
it's not going to win like a whole lot. It's not going to win an Oscar. No offense, Mr. Smith, but it's not for that. Same thing with acting awards, everything else, but it's a fun movie that the fans will appreciate, and somebody new comes along and watches it, they're like, oh, maybe I'll check out the older stuff.
And I definitely, anybody that watches this that's new to this film is going to get a fresh look at things and be like, man, I want to go back and get those old jokes. I want to watch that old
Yeah,
stuff.
half the movie's old, like
Yeah,
self-referential old
yeah,
jokes.
and it was just a whole heck of a lot of fun to watch. It was a nice interactive audience. All the people that were in the theater with us stayed and watched all the extra features, and there were a lot of extras, folks. At the end, it was really cool. There's a lot of stuff with Kevin Smith. Doing interviews with different actors and people that he's made friends with over the years, and their come-ups in Hollywood.
And Jason Mewes as well.
Jason Mewes, actually. There's a really cool bits where Jason Mewes goes around and talks to a lot of people on this show. Me and Simon
Especially crew.
Yeah, me and Simon on this show often talk about it takes a team to make a movie. It's not just actors. It's not just screenwriters. It's not just directors. There's a whole group of people it takes to make a good film. And Jason Mewes really goes into that and talking about stand-ins and grips and line production crew and people.
Line producers, assistant directors.
The other people on the show, on the making of a movie, who they are, what their titles are, and what their actual jobs are, which a lot of people who aren't in the industry don't really understand. And it's kind of a nice perspective to see some of that.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Overall, as I said, great entry into the series. I mean, they got pretty much everyone back I think they needed to.
Yeah.
Without overdoing it. Jason Lee did one cameo, not both characters cameos.
Yeah.
Which they didn't need to do the other one.
No. Everybody in this, and just the whole slew and how they were put in, it was just a nice whole roundabout for the series. I mean, it's and now we know that we're going to be getting another Clerks film, so that's exciting. Yeah. That's something exciting I'm looking forward to. I really like the way that Kevin Smith's releasing this film. It creates a lot of
different kind of buzz.
Yeah, different kind of buzz. It's interesting. I think it's an intelligent way to do something a little different. I think we're going to see more of this in the future. But as far as the film goes, it's a definite win.
The audience had a lot of laugh out loud moments that everyone joined in.
Yeah, if you liked the View Askew universe, you're going to love this film. If you like slapstick kind of comedy, you're going to love this film. If you like Animal House type of films, you're going to love this film.
Basically, if you like junk and fart jokes, you're going to love this film.
Yeah, you're going to love this film. If you get an opportunity to see it for the experience alone, I recommend it.
One thing I did notice is that from watching this double feature of Strikes Back versus Reboot, was an 18-year difference.
Yeah.
Is the difference in how he handles the gay humor then versus now. Then it was very gay jokes left and right.
Yeah.
And then this one is actually a lot more respectful of the whole gay culture and related culture.
Yeah.
Without making just immediate jokes about them.
Well, and in the Me Too movement, and even the diversity thing, there was a lot of, even making fun of it a little bit, with the girls and stuff. I mean, there's a lot of pokes at Hollywood, which I really appreciate because I love this. This is one of the things I really love about the film. I think a lot of other people who are like me will like, is my biggest problems with Hollywood today is just these struggle for them to try and make everything so PC and everything so everybody's equal, everything's the same, and they poke a lot of
they can do it while making fun of it.
Yeah, and he's like this has a lot of pokes at Hollywood.
You said the Me Too movement. Talking about the Me Too movement, the Strikes Back had a lot of jokes in it. Watching now, I'm like, ooh, that wouldn't fly these days as well.
Exactly, it wouldn't fly these days. And the thing is it should still be able to fly. It's not about being disrespectful. It's about being funny. And then sometimes we can laugh at things. You can make jokes about things that, they don't have to be BC. Sometimes that's what makes it funny. When you can't laugh, humor is supposed to help us through those things. And when all of a sudden you can't even make a joke about anything anymore, it becomes a very sad world, in my opinion. Yeah. And Kevin Smith isn't afraid to...
and do it in a way that you realize it's making a joke, which is how it works. A ton of cameos. All of them are good. I'm sure I'll probably even missed a few. I'm going to have to go back and see it again on my second time around.
Yeah, and I definitely will try and go see this one again in theaters. We did do a couple of videos while we were out and about. We watched it at the Warren, so shout out to the Warren Theater for showing this film. And we'll get some of that stuff up on Facebook. When I have that stuff, I'll go live here in about another 2 weeks.
All right, well, till then, see you guys next time. Remember to hit like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Snoochies.